Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of the Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I'm, as always, your host, Air the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about the absolute and total horseshit that was the recently passed U.S. government spending bill or funding bill, whatever you want to call it at that point. Basically, it was $1.2 trillion of a bunch of bullshit, is what it actually is. And it really shows exactly what I said last night in 105 that these people need to be tried with high treason at this point, man. For real. So you have multiple things going on with this one. You have a whole bunch of gun control that was snuck in here that we know about right now that people like Howard Gunners got a hold of the other day. And then we got other stuff in there, like I'm going to talk about here in a few minutes with the Wall Street Silver guys, where they were discussing just all kinds of stupid bullshit, like the whole chest binder stuff. They were giving money to kids to help hide their gender identity, is what it is there, and stuff like that. So basically, this is from part of an email that I got from Ohio Gunners this afternoon, is what it was. It said, tucked inside the massive spending package was money that supported gun control all over the country. So just a few examples of this include $25 million to the CDC and NIH to, quote, study the impact of waiting periods, the effectiveness of gun confiscation, forcing senior citizens to surrender their firearms at a certain age, and proposals to remove guns from pregnant women's homes. That's all fucking insane, by the way. So, again, this is exactly why Founding Father Benjamin Franklin, and a few others for that matter, all said from time to time you should be purging government every couple hundred years at least, anyway. And it's been more than a couple hundred years at this point, honestly, dude. So, yeah, when government becomes tyrannical, the people need to rise the fuck up and remove the tyranny from power. It's as simple as that, really. It's the exact reason why we have the Second Amendment, for God's sakes, dude. It's exactly what these fuckers are trying to restrict right now from people who are pregnant females, elderly folks, and then pushing, waiting periods and gun confiscation and stuff like that. It's absolute shit entirely, dude. And then we got this one, which was $2 million for private security for members of Congress. So while they try to vote to take away our freedoms, they can do so surrounded by armed people that we pay for. Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. It's just like that fucking cunt Cori Bush, honestly, man, where she was paying her then head of security that then eventually became her husband, is what it was, who I think she actually was fucking in the downloads, what it was back in the day. She was paying this asshole a ton of money out of campaign funds, and it's like, okay, how is that not, first of all, misappropriation of funds, number one? Number two, how is that not misuse of campaign funding money? And like a bunch of other various, violations of things and actual crimes and stuff like that, whether it be misdemeanors or felonies for that matter. Like, why is this woman still in office, honestly, for God's sakes? And then we got this one that says almost $100,000 to a gun control organization in Connecticut. We don't know what that one is, by the way, which would be the Sandhook Promise people, I'm guessing, honestly, for pushing some of the worst gun control in U.S. history today. Yep. So then we also got millions more to the Department of Health and Human Services to spend helping the Veterans Affairs look for new ways to harass veterans who own guns. Said these crooks even included money for some high schools to pay for curriculum that teaches all about the harm that comes from the Second Amendment, trying to turn children against freedom. And what's even more disgusting was, out of the 15 people that represent Ohio in Congress, only 1/5 of them actually voted against this shit, which was Jim Jordan, Warren Davidson, and Troy Balderson. Everybody else voted for it. And then, of course, J.D. Vance voted against it in the U.S. Senate. But, of course, that cocksucker Sherrod Brown's up for re-election here in less than 6 months. Or, sorry, about 8 months, actually, give or take. Like 7.5, something like that. That fucker obviously would have worked. He's a scumbag, traitor, sellout to this country. So, on a personal note, I wanted to beat my cousin's ass earlier this afternoon because this dumb motherfucker was outside helping clear up the garage and decided to randomly start a fucking fire without my permission on our property here. So, yeah. and came real close to actually starting the garage on fire. He's a fucking idiot. So there is that. And then, besides that, other stuff in this bullshit spending bill thing, besides the gun control stuff, here's what it is. We also got, so I can pull it up here real quick. This was a video of some chick who had gone through some of the stuff on that Wall Street Silver guy was talking about it here, which was, so I want to know which one of you is your guys' favorite part of the $1.2 trillion spending bill. Number one, is it the $850,000 for a gay senior citizen's home in Massachusetts? Number two, $15 million for Egyptian student tuitions, which, by the way, would be more than enough to cover my student loans and several other people for that matter. And just, knock them out, is what it is there. Number three, $400,000 for a group that helps teens hide their gender, being that one that does the chest binders and all that stuff like that. Or number four, $500,000 for a, quote, anti-racist nature appreciation group at the San Diego Zoo. So that's just, and I feel like, honestly, some of this stuff, like, particularly that $400K for that group or whatever, or this anti-racist stuff here is what it is. I feel like some of this stuff is just legitimately them trying to fund government black ops sites and stuff like that, whether it be Area 51 or other places that we don't know about that are similar, at hiding UFO tech and stuff like that for decades now is what it would be. So, I don't know, man. I just feel like there's definitely money laundering going on within our government for sure, of them trying to fund black ops sites and stuff like that in this country's soil without us knowing about it. And it might be some stupid shit like that, honestly. It might be not they're giving like $400K 100% to these people, but like maybe it's like, $100,000 actually goes to them, and the other $300,000 goes to like, some fucking group of scientists, yearly salary or something like that are in like the catacombs of Area 51 or, whatever it be, Area 55, something like that's what would be there or something that we don't know about or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised at least by that one. So, but either way, it's just fucking annoying, dude. It really is. And again, it just goes to show the fuckery of our country right now and just the absolute bullshit that's going on right now, dude. So, yeah, I'm just fucking fed up with all of it, man. I really, really am. And then we got this one that's actually people doing stuff overseas, which is specifically, we got breaking yesterday, London. Today, EU headquarters being literally sprayed by farmers with fecal matter from cow shit is what it is there. So the farmers in Europe are so much more overt with their protests. Is it because they are still officially in the EU? So the thing about this, right, though, like, with them, like, spraying, like, the parliaments and stuff like that, or whatever the case be, that's all they can do, honestly. Because they have no Second Amendment. They have no way to actually, take down tyrannical government with the Second Amendment, etc. there is what it is. And that's the problem right now, Like, yeah, they can do that, like, crazy, like, protesting, stuff like that, because most likely, given that, the cops aren't really that armed, and neither are the fucking citizenry, like, you're not going to get shot, most likely. You're not going to get killed. You're not going to get engaged in a firefight, whatever the case be. And that's exactly why I truly believe nothing's popped off here in America yet, is because so many people are so fucking scared to be the first. Like, nobody really wants to be the first, right? Like, I know I sure as shit don't want to be the first, dude. Because God forbid there's not going to be a second, It's like, yeah, you can be the guy that, stands up and throws a bucket of tar on some fucking corrupt-ass politician, but is there going to be a person behind you tossing feathers on them after that? Or is it just going to be you sitting there with your fucking dick in your hand kind of thing after the fact? So, who's to say? And that's what I think the real truth of the matter is right now in this country. We got a lot of feather throwers in many cases, but not a lot of tar throwers is what it is, I'm speaking metaphorically just to be, clear on that one. I'm not actually talking about going out and, like, tossing hot tar on some motherfucker. What it is, dude. Just to be clear on that one. So, anyway. But yeah, that being said, it's all fucked up, man. I feel like we're definitely heading towards bad stuff right now. I was talking to my sister's friend today, actually, that came to help clean the house, is what it was. And we were discussing, various things relating to what was going on with April 8th and stuff like that right now. And I was like, oh yeah, like it might be a situation where it's like, a total blackout kind of thing there is what it is. And she's like, really? Like, and she's like, yeah, no, I've been hearing some stuff. And she was like, that's interesting because I've been hearing some stuff about that kind of thing, whatever. And it's like, yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised in the least if that's exactly what it was right now, honestly, dude. Like, because that's the thing. Like, as I was telling her, it's like we are being hardcore primed, and I mean primed, man, for some kind of black swan event at this point in time in history. And I don't know exactly when it's going to happen. I think it could be any time now if we're going to be truthfully honest with ourselves, dude. Like, it's just a matter of fucking time before something goes down right now. And what's really scary, is how many people are just going about their day not even realizing nothing's even going on right now, dude. And the shit is less than 2 weeks away right now. And, you'll ask some of these people, you'll be like, oh yeah, did you see the thing at the border the other day where you had a bunch of, illegals literally fucking, tearing down gates at the El Paso sector there? Well, National Guard did nothing. And they're like, what are you talking about, bro? And it's like, are you serious, man? Like that should be, and this is the kind of shit, honestly, that should be headline fucking news right now, dude. All across the board. And it's not. And it's like, bro, like, we are heading down a fucking real bad path right now. Like, real bad path. So, I don't know. Shit's about to get fucking nuts real quick. That being said, there is I just posted it to our X page here. It's a little baby who is deaf, hearing his parents' voice for the first time and getting all emotional about it. Which makes sense. I mean, you're a little baby, you don't hear nothing, man. That's sad. And then you all of a sudden you hear mama's voice or dad's voice or whatever. It's gonna do something to you, man. So, anyway, but yeah, I think we're definitely heading for a really fucked up time in history right now, dude. To where, depending on how things go right now, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a hell of a day. Hell of a day. Apparently that one nut job female is going back again. Apparently hunted down anonymous dude from a sperm bank to try to get him for child support. And it's like, how the fuck do you figure that, bitch, when you literally took the dude's semen to impregnate yourself is what it is there. It's just so retarded, man. Huh. Well, that's interesting. This actually goes back to the whole government fuckery I've been talking about here at a local level, too. You had State Rep Brian Stewart here talking about our current treasurer, auditor, Keith Ferber. Said important work by Keith Ferber in auditing Ohio's Medicaid program. It's $35 billion a year for Ohio's Medicaid program, which is the same, by the way. And the Ohio Auditor's Office has determined that 124,000 people are enrolled in multiple states beyond Ohio. So literally Medicare fraud is what they're talking about on that one, dude. This is the kind of shit I'm talking about, dude. Like, why the fuck is our year every couple years for our like 2-year spending bills and stuff like that at a state level? Why are we in the billions of dollars at this point, dude? Like, why is it like $8 billion or something crazy like that? When you have Florida's being similar and they're like 2 to 3 times the size of us, people-wise, population-wise. And then when you realize it's all a bunch of backdoor fuckery and pay-to-play shit, and it's like both major parties, Democrat and Republican both, that are taking bribes and stuff like that, and doing all kinds of shady money laundering stuff, and nobody's getting called out for it because they're all in the fucking take, and it's like, that's why I kind of honestly just want to yank the whole fucking system down right now at a state level and start fresh with a whole bunch of new people at that point is what it is, man. Like, get rid of 132 that exist right now and get, about 110 to come back, then is what it'll be. Because it'll be 88 counties instead of 99 reps. And you'd have you know, 1 county, 1 rep stuff going on. You also have like 1 state senator per 4 counties. What it would be then? So it'd be 22 instead of 33 there is what it'd be. So yeah, you can get rid of a ton of fucking idiots right now off the bat. You know, at least 22 of them anyway. And we would be a better off state right now entirely, dude. And even then, I would say start shrinking it beyond that, even like below the 110. Then is what it is. So anyway, currently waiting for Honda to drop me a link if he's doing a chat tonight. I'm not sure. About an hour from now, I think is probably when it'll be. But yeah, like I said, I'm really pissed at my cousin though, dude. Like this motherfucker, legitimately, like. So first of all, I had 2 cousins. I had my cousin B and I had my cousin J. Should have said that the other way. I have my cousin J and my cousin B. And my cousin B has been out there for weeks now doing what he needs to do to help clear out the garage for us. You know, he's taking stuff to his house. He's burning stuff at his house. You know, he's recycling what he can out there is what it is, et cetera, et cetera. My cousin Jay, who came today randomly. So, mind you, I literally yesterday went out to get the mail. So we're talking Monday morning, went out to get the mail. Pulled back an empty trash can that should not have been filled at all by now. And if it was, it would have been filled and shipped with the house, right? This stupid motherfucker comes to my house and in less than 4 hours overflows that fucking trash can with shit that's either recyclable or could be burned. And then on top of that, decides, without asking, to start a fucking fire on the property that's within like 10 feet of the fucking garage when, first off, it's raining outside, so it's not going to catch fire real, like the whole place is going to basically, like the fire is never going to be above like a certain amount because it's always going to be like hit by the rain and it's not going to fucking function properly is what it is. That's number 1. It was a stupid fucking thing to begin with, just based on that alone is what it is. Number 2, to start it that close to the garage just shows you're a fucking idiot. Because, like, God forbid it does start on fire and then jumps off, whatever the case be, and starts the garage on fire. And then, you know, God forbid I'm like, you know, asleep here or whatever the case be, where there's like smoldering ash going outside or whatever the case be, and starts the garage on fire, whatever. That's all, you know, burnable materials right now. That, by the way, is within like 5 feet of the house. So you could easily, again, while that's burning down, have it fucking jump to the house where I'm sleeping and kill me in a fucking house fire. So yeah, I almost beat the fuck out of this dude today because of that. I'm seriously considering punching him in the face in the morning, honestly, because of that shit, dude. So I probably won't just because I don't want to go to jail and get my gun rights taken away. But like at the same time, it's like I'm definitely gonna call him out on that shit, dude. Like, bro, why the fuck are you starting fires on my property that you have no legal fucking right to start here, buddy? Like, you trying to commit arson on my fucking property, asshole? Like, what the fuck? So, yeah, needless to say, I'm fucking pissed off right now. Like, real fucking pissed off right now. But anyway. Yeah, then you got that, Johnny Somalia guy making news again here. His idiot buddy here named Gino arrives in Thailand, disrespects locals, and finds out. Well, he really didn't find out, honestly, from everything I saw from that video, dude. Because if they really found out, you would have had like 30 guys beating the fuck out of him in the street at that point, dude. They weren't. It was a bunch of Asian people basically being like, bro, just get the fuck out of here kind of thing. Which, in the first place, this guy had no business being there to begin with, honestly, because of the fact that he was literally sitting there trying to fuck with their shit, and it was like some night marketplace or whatever the case be. He's like tossing their fucking wares and food and stuff around, dude. It's like, you're just an asshole, bro. Fuck yourself. So, yeah, I'm just fucking completely sick and tired of it, bro. I really am. And I think most other people are too, for that matter. So, and of course, you got this bullshit. Transgender male smashes women's record during a weightlifting competition in Nevada, taking first place in the Women's Masters National Championships. What a fucking joke, dude. Like these beta-ass fucking males that could never even hack it in their own fucking sport, so they go to some women's sport and be like, I'm a woman now. I'm gonna totally fuck over your shit. That's all they're doing, dude, is what it is. It's a fucking goddamn joke is what it is, bro. It's a slap in the fucking face is what it actually is. Can't show this one, but yeah, we got illegal. Attacks woman as she tries to enter her apartment in New York City. Man jumps out of the stairwell, grabs the girl, drags her down the building stairs before the teen's mother intervenes. Says fighting the felon, rapist, murderer off in the process. Crazy, bro. Like, again, and this is what happens when you have fucking Democrats that have gun control and knife control and everything else like that across this country's soil in various Democrat-run hellholes is what it is, dude. And it's like, yet meanwhile, that illegal don't give a fuck, dude. He's probably fucking armed himself if that be the case in most cases. Or if he's not, he can be. So. Good God, bro. This thing here says local restaurant in town posted this sign today. Fryer oil a year ago was $12. 6 months ago was $35. Today is $50. Chicken wings were $45 a case a year ago, $175 a case today. Takeout boxes, $25 12 months ago, $95 today. So this is the same for all cleaning, paper, and food we use. If the local restaurant adds a few dollars to your meal, it's not to get rich, it's to continue to stay in business. Dude, we are getting to that precipice in history right now where, you know, and Duke said it correctly a few months ago is what it was, where he was talking about, or actually I don't know if it was a few months ago, it might have been last like couple weeks actually for that matter. I have no idea. Either way, it was sometime in the last since the beginning of the year, basically. I'll say it like that. Where he was mentioning about how the only reason we haven't really risen up yet is because Americans are just fat and happy kind of thing is what it is, where we have like food in our stomachs and the internet still works for the most part or whatever the case be. Your TV still functions and stuff like that. But the thing of it is, right? Like that could easily, flip of a switch tomorrow, shit stops working. Which, again, flip of a switch could happen on April 8th into the 9th. Stops working completely. And then bing, bang, boom. Now you got people who have no fucking clue what to do, have no clue how to survive, have no skill sets whatsoever, are, most of which don't even have like a couple days supplies, let alone, a couple weeks worth of food and water storage and stuff like that. So needless to say, man, like, yeah, we are in a situation right now where you could easily, I believe truthfully, easily, the eclipse starts on Monday. I could easily see by Friday cannibalism being in this country. I mean that shit seriously. And actually, speaking of eclipse, we got this thing on X right here from Alex Jones talking about this. He said, government is hyping solar eclipse like it's the end of the world. I think it's bullshit. They never have done this before. What do you think is going on? And this thing here said, we have witnessed countless solar eclipses in my lifetime alone. So why is this extreme measures and sense of panic over the upcoming April 8th eclipse happening? Small towns in Texas and Oklahoma have declared a state of emergency leading up to the event. Any thoughts? Well, I know that's the thing, too, as well. Like I said the other day when I was talking about, dude, you got people in the New York state troopers and stuff like that talking about, extra food, extra water, gas, etc. Full tank of gas is what it is there in your car. Same thing with Ohio. You got people in Ohio saying the same exact thing that are police and government officials and stuff like that, dude. And it's like, yeah, what the fuck is going on, man? And then not only that, but then you had the one with the New York State Troopers the other day talking about people might not be able to like leave the areas that night. And I'm just like, excuse me, what? Like, what do you mean you're not going to be able to leave the areas that night? Like, is it because you're going to have an actual like EMP burst in the sky and you're not going to be able to fucking drive a vehicle because it's going to be completely fried? Like, what the hell, bro? Like I said, shit's getting fucking nuts, bro. Like, it is fucking wild, man. And I think it's definitely getting to that point. that we are having some weird shit going on right now. And like I said, I think I believe truthfully, honestly, it is very possible that we have a black swan event of some kind happening in the next couple of weeks now. And who knows what that's going to look like, man. It could look like anything, honestly. It could be, like I said, it could be a ton of different things. It could be them trying to fuck with our grid. It could be them trying to fuck with our livelihoods, whatever the case be. Who knows, man? One thing I do know is that supposedly come, April 1st is supposed to be the day that all these illegals get cut off from the free money rolling in and stuff like that. So it's like, who's to say, man? Like, that would be 1 week later would be the eclipse then. So I don't know. Like, maybe that will be the case. The one thing I do know right now is that we got some interesting stuff going on currently with them specifically doing distractions, like the whole P. Diddy thing on the run right now, and like all this other stuff like that is what it is. And it's like, yeah, there's definitely some shady shit going on for real, man. Like, it just feels shady as fuck, honestly, right now. And I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. Oh, we might not have a Honda chat tonight because 21 minutes ago you just said, sorry, bro, I was dealing with family stuff right now. Well, if that be the case, then I'll go till about 10, I guess. And then we'll just call it a day from there is what it'll be. So, but yeah, needless to say, like I said, I'm fucking really pissed right now, dude. And yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit entirely. Interesting, you got Coley and Noir talking about AKs in America. Like, that's the thing, right? Don't be the AK guy in a room full of AR people, dude, because it's like, unless you have like a double or triple kit on your ass, like, you're not getting help from anybody else in the reloads, dude. Because they're all going to be able to reload each other with 5.56, and you're going to be the only idiot with 7.62 is what it is then. So, don't be that fucking guy. Seriously. Don't be that guy. No, you're better off with like a 30-06 or a fucking 308 or something like that, dude, because at least then you're like the Overwatch guy. But, and of course, you got that Baltimore bridge collapse thing happening here. And you got the fucking DEI mayor moron talking about like, oh yeah, our fucking, it was bound to happen, man. Like, it was just bad shit or whatever the case be. It's like, yeah, when you're a fucking idiot that hires the dumbass diversity hire that doesn't know that 1 + 1 is 2 and not fucking 4. And then you wonder why you get fucking morons doing stupid shit is what it is there. So, this one is kind of an interesting one. I think I've seen stuff similar to this in the past. So I'm going to go ahead and screen share this one actually right now. This is a vehicle whose headlight pulls out to reveal a gun, honestly. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly, dude. Like, well, specifically having a lever action in that scenario then. Because, I mean, I can see if it was like an AR or something like that that's already, like, loaded and stuff like that. All you do is, like, chamber around stuff. But the thing is, like, for a lever gun that holds maybe, like, 8 to 9 rounds at most in many cases, I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like there's better options to put in that kind of a concealment situation there. So the problem is too, by the way, and I forget how you actually do this stuff, if it's like actually just pulling out the taillight or whatever the case be, like hitting like a button or whatever on it, or like, like being able to like slide the light somehow is what it is there. But the issue there as well is like, okay, so let's say you got, 3 or 4 guys coming at you or whatever the case be, and you go to do that real quick, whatever the case be. It's still going to take you a few seconds to get this to, unlatch or something somehow. So you're probably going to have a gun in your face before you even get to this gun is what it'll be, man. So it's like, yeah, it's all well and good and everything, but is it really practical when you could just as easily have something where it's like an under the bed thing there, or whatever the case, where you can just pull a gun out of that kind of thing is what it'll be then, and be ready to roll then. So I don't know. Although to be fair, I did like the terminal list quite a bit when they did that whole hidden AR thing with the dude, because it was Chris Pratt's. I think it was Chris Pratt that did that show, right? I want to say it's Chris Pratt. Anyway, he was like pulling the AR pieces out of the fucking backpack and stuff like that, and then just assembling the shit like right there on the street. That's what it was. That was pretty cool. So, which kind of makes me wonder now, like how many people were just walking around with fucking, unattached rifles in their backpacks and stuff, dude. Where you would just have to like, lock them together and stuff like that, the upper and the lower together. But who knows, man? Probably not many, honestly. Probably more people with handguns, honestly, on their person and whatnot, and like in bags and stuff than anything else. But yeah, like I said, this is cool. It's like a cool factor, obviously, but like at the same time, like the practicality of it, because of how long it might take to like pull it out or whatever the case be, I think is kind of low. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say, man. It could be really cool, but I don't really think it is all that cool, honestly. So, like, I should say, I mean, it has the coolness factor to it, but it's like at the same time, like the practicality factor for like an actual firefight / engagement is kind of a deal there. Now, granted, that being said, like let's go ahead and say we're in the apocalypse, right? And you have people who are, like for instance, like the second season of Walking Dead, for when they're going through the car graveyard there, and they're like trying to scavenge off of all the cars, like what they can and whatnot. Now imagine being the guy that knows about like this hidden compartment inside of a bunch of vehicles and stuff, right? And you go from having like no guns to all of a sudden you have like, 4 or 5 taillights popping out like some kind of a rifle. And now your group has like 4 or 5 extra rifles or something like that. That'd be pretty cool, honestly. Now, granted, the condition of said rifles, what they're actually in at the time, who's to say? How much ammo is in them, whatever the case be, who's to say? If there's some kind of lever action, or if it's an AR, an AK, whatever the case be, there, whatever the case, then who's to say there? And again, who's also to say like if those guns do exist in there, is it just going to be that whatever's in that tube is what your group has to reload that gun, or is there going to be more ammo within the group then that could easily be used to go, hey, that 38 special, 5-shot, Colt police detective you got sitting on your hip there, whatever the case be, take the rounds out of that, put them into this bad boy. Now you got like a longer, range of motion there, and you can actually take down, the zombie hordes from like much further away and stuff like that kind of deal. So, I don't know, man. Something to think about, honestly. But yeah, that being said, though, I'm pretty much over what it is, man. I was really hoping Honda would be doing the chat tonight, but apparently it doesn't seem like he will be, so that kind of sucks. But this is a little bit creepy, actually, right here. Let me go ahead and show this one. This is in some kind of Asian restaurant here, where you have your table set up, and then there's like a koi pond that's like right next to you that pretty much could spill over onto your table. I don't know if I'm really a fan of that, man. Yeah, that seems a little, like not a fan of going down into the pond, basically. Where a fish, if they really wanted to, could just like come flying up and slap you in the face, or whatever the case be. Then, so anyway, yeah, then we got women are not safe in New York City. And it's just people talking about being attacked in New York City. There's what it is. Because of course they are, dude. And that's the whole point entirely. That's what it was always meant to be, man. It's always meant to be that. Like, do you really think that people give a fuck about, people's safety in this country when we're Americans and they're fucking illegals? Jesus fucking Christ. It was only a matter of time before a physical manifestation in New York came into reality. If this isn't the perfect physical representation of modern day New York City, don't know what it is. A garbage truck dumpster fire on 43rd Street. Yeah, the entire back of the truck is literally on fire. All the trash is on fire in it. It's fucking wild, man. Throw that to the Network's X page there. That is hard to say on that one. So we got this. This is an interesting one we want to talk about that real quick. So you have a cabin in the woods for a month, but you get no internet. However, you have unlimited food. So you got all kinds of meat, you got all kinds of, veggies, eggs, etc. I don't know if I really eat a bunch of that charcuterie board there or not, but I would definitely eat that meat and that, grill and stuff like that. Although if I was gonna do eggs, I would do my own eggs and then would do like some kind of scrambled or something probably. But yeah, so you got unlimited food for a month, but you got no internet. So okay, so the thing with that is, right, but do you have someone with you, right? Like a significant other, whatever the case be there, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is there. So like that would be the big difference to me, honestly, dude. Because the thing is, like, having been in cabins in the woods before, like my extended family's cabin there on the farm property. I've been there for days and they have no internet there, man. It's like, I'll tell you what, after the first like 12 hours or so, it gets boring as fuck at night, man. It's either you're just trying to go to sleep early and get some sleep and then go out fishing again the next morning, whatever the case be, or you're over, watching TV at the main house or something like that is what it is until you get sleepy and then you go back to the cabin and go to sleep is what it is then. So, I mean, if you had like TV out there, like a signal for TV or whatever the case be, like maybe, but like, I don't know. I feel like you would get bored too easily. And that's the problem, especially if you're alone and stuff like that, dude, because that's the thing. Like, your mind starts playing some fucked up tricks on you when you're alone like that, man. Like, you start seeing shit that ain't there. You start hearing things that aren't there. God forbid you start, actually having like real cryptid fucking sightings and stuff like that, whether it be like Bigfoot or Dogman or some kind of other crazy motherfucker out there in the woods. Ohio Grassman. I still maintain that was just a guy in a ghillie suit in the past or something. Like some fucking crazy savage dude that made like a homemade ghillie suit or something like that back in the day. And it was some wild man essentially is what it would be then. So I don't know. Interesting to see though. Okay, just got a message from our friend Corey. He said he doesn't want to talk right now, so that's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I'm going to add my React to Honda's thing. Yeah, it'd be interesting to know what Honda's going through right now for family stuff. Probably him and the kids, I'm guessing. I know he got his son a new car recently, so that's probably one thing I'm guessing, honestly. So, see, then we got Moronic AOC. Extremely stupid person, has no idea what she's talking about. She usually doesn't, man. She's just a fucking idiot. See, then we got Communist China in practice. Facial recognition cameras in the workplace start ticking the clock the second the worker leaves her desk. Says time away is ultimately deducted from her communist pay packet. This is where the entire West is headed. Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Fuck that shit across the board right now, dude. That's absolutely disgusting. That's insane, man. So what they're really saying is, God forbid somebody has to get up and go take a piss, right? Bathroom break, whatever the case be, or like that. She's literally talking to some fucking dude about something. Hell, she could have got up and talked to this dude because he's delivering water for the place or whatever the case be, and been like, hey man, like, when are you coming back with the next set of water, whatever the case be, or something. Or something like that is what it is, like some random thing. And the fact they're taking money off of her paycheck for that is fucking ridiculous, dude, entirely. Like I said, 24 years later, again, shows exactly why we should have dealt with China when they still had the one-child policy in place up to the year 2000, what it was, man. And we could have taken that country out entirely and been better off as a world right now is what it is, dude. Same thing with the Middle East, for that matter. Just fucking glass that whole fucking thing after 9/11. And we wouldn't have the fucking trash we have in this country right now is what it is, man. So, anyway, we got a bunch of videos here of Sean Combs, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, whatever the fuck we call the guy. A bunch of people from Hillary Clinton to just being an asshole in New York City with a fucking key to the city kind of thing. There's what it was. All kinds of other stuff then. So, I don't know. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Then we had this one 6 hours ago here. It said, New York City has begun giving illegal aliens prepaid debit cards as part of a $53 million program. The illegals must promise to only spend the money on food and baby supplies and will receive up to $1,400 per month. Yeah, because that's really where that money's going to go, people. Sure thing. Fucking idiots. The only thing you need to give them is a boot in the fucking ass back to their shithole of origin, dude. And then, of course, you got this fucking crackhead piece of shit. It's the Baltimore mayor right now. Admitting to DEI stupidity is what it is. This guy is a fucking... This guy is basically the younger sibling of Justin Bibb here in Ohio, man. They're both fucking morons. I have no business being in office right now. And it's interesting because if you notice the trend in this country specifically of minority Democrats in power in major cities and how bad the murder rate is in those cities. And it's always these assholes that are trying to push for gun control and stuff like that too, on top of everything else, to be like, well, this is the only way we can address the fucking failures that we're committing in this state or this country or this city, whatever it is there. And it's like, no, what you're admitting to is you need to be tossed the fuck out of the mayor's office, and there needs to be a new mayor's race, and your ass needs to get replaced with what it is there. That's all you're proving at the end of the day, dude. That you're an inept, stupid motherfucker who has no business being in office ever in this country. And it's all as simple as that, really. So. Oh, that's nice. Supposedly, or allegedly, I should say, there is a video popping off right now of a military-aged migrant explains to Uber driver he's a paid soldier for the United Nations. I mean, there's been talk about that for a while now, dude, of the whole thing happening right now. So, yeah, I've been hearing that a lot lately, especially the other day. Alex Jones and the people he was talking to were talking about it when they were discussing the very real possibility of there being a bunch of like fucking blue helmets and various shipping containers around this country, and these guys are just, given, a cell phone call, whatever it is there, text message on a cell phone, whatever it is there, and they're just told to head to this location or whatever it is there, and it's, then they get like a second text when they get there or something like that, where it's like, crate number 114 or something, and they go over to that crate and they have, a bunch of keys just sitting already in it, ready to pop open or whatever the case be. They pop the motherfucker open, and you just see a bunch of crates full of the UN blue helmets and military uniforms and stuff like that. And then it would be a whole bunch of AKs or whatever the case, whatever kind of weaponry is there. That would be various rifles and maybe some handguns too, for that matter, and stuff like that. A full kit of stuff. So, yeah. We're definitely heading towards some fucked up times right now in this country's history, man. And it really is unprecedented exactly what we are seeing when it comes to this stuff, man. So, yeah, I think we're definitely heading for some really crazy ass times right now. Other people were talking about, I guess, this supposed vessel that was that hit that Baltimore bridge, though, that made that collapse happen, was supposedly this vessel right here. In 2016, it collided with the dock at the container terminal in the port of Antwerp, Berlin. The incident is said to have been caused by a mistake made by the master and pilot on board at the time of the crash. Here's what it is. Yeah, I don't buy that for a second, dude. It's all like nothing is by coincidence anymore, dude. It's all fucking stage shit, is what it is. Whether it be a false flag attack or whether it be a fucking Black Swan event or a fucking some kind of sop is what it is there. So, and of course, you got dipshit Biden saying federal government will fund Baltimore bridge rebuild. The hell we will as taxpayers, you fucking asshole. This is why is federal government paying for the rebuild of the Francis Scott Key Bridge in Baltimore, not letting the insurance company of the shipping company pay for it. Exactly. That should be their fucking money coming to us, not our fucking money going out the damn door, dude. Jesus fucking Christ. People were talking about digital blackface. I remember doing that shit back in the day, where I would come into Honda's chats or whoever's chats at the time, and I'd be that Dokes guy from Dexter doing the old surprise, motherfucker. Good times. Good times had by all. So, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. If it's going to be kind of crappy or whatever tonight, we're not going to have a chat in a Honda's chat or whatever the case be. I might just call it early night then and just go to sleep for a while and do some things then. My stomach has been bothering me all day. My sister got some pizza from one of the local places here, and it's just like, I don't know if it was the grease on it or what it was, but it just totally fucked up my stomach, man. I'm having all kinds of gastral issues all day. I don't know if it's my diverticulosis kicking in or what the hell it is, but it's just bad news all the way around. So, let's see here now. I do want to point this out, though, going back to the whiteness of Maine, which I talked about a decade ago or so. It says Maine, lowest violent crime rate, worst, least diverse. For the best, they had lowest crime rate. For the worst, they were the least diverse country, or least diverse state in the country is what it is. Yeah. It says Maine ranks as the safest state in the country, as there were just 124 violent crimes reported for every 100,000 residents, less than a third of the national average. Worst is that Maine is the least diverse. So according to the latest census data, 94.4% of Maine's population is white. Those are rookie numbers. We got to get those numbers up, man. So make that shit 99.9% white. Seriously. Fuck the goddamn left and their fucking anti-white racist bullshit, dude. Bunch of assholes. So, anyway. But, the dog hanging out outside. In the rain, trying to be a dogfish. It's cute. Jesus. Apparently in Spain, gang rapes are skyrocketing from all the illegals on the fucking islands and stuff there. It's just sad and disgusting at the same time, dude. See, then we got Indiana mother jailed for a year after biking with 2-month-old twins in a milk crate. She looks like a fucking meth head. Surprised she wasn't trying to sell those kids for more meth, honestly. So, fucking wouldn't surprise me. I like this one. This is from the Declaration of Memes page here. It says, me popping into random liberal comment sections, and there's a guy that was saying fuck you and like pointing at people and being like, you fuck you, you fuck you, you fuck you. So, yeah, pretty much. So, anyway, I don't know. We'll see if Honda in fact does a chat tonight or not, or if he's just still dealing with family shit or whatever the case be. He's not going to do a chat at all then. I don't know. We shall see. Haven't gotten a thing from him at all, so let's go ahead and check the things. See if anything else popped off or not there. Nope. Just that thing from about almost an hour ago. Where he just said, sorry, dealing with family stuff right now. Didn't say he was canceling the chat or anything, just said he was dealing with family stuff right now is what it is, so. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if he sets up a chat or not. Here's what it is. In fact, I'm going to go check the account right now and see if there is anything there or not. I doubt there is, but who the fuck knows? So, now we got Black Scout Survival premiering a thing that says martial law is here. All part of the plan. Yeah, maybe. I don't know, man. Shit's getting weird. Like I said, I think honestly, like if nothing else, like what it does show is that when you have our military trying to call back like ex-service members and stuff like that, there's definitely something about to pop off right now, dude. When it's them calling like all veterans basically back to service and shit, potentially. Like there is definitely some weird stuff going on in this country for sure. And I don't know. I don't look forward to it, man. So I know Duke was talking about it on his chat earlier about, I guess there was a Costco incident a couple months ago where it was two dudes about to get into it or whatever the case be. The one guy that was like, I guess the aggressor was also armed and the other guy was not, but he like pulled out a fucking like baton or something on the dude. And then he like, as soon as he realized the guy was armed, like pulled his gun. He's like, nope. And like walked away basically is what it was. So yeah, I'm not seeing nothing scheduled. So probably not then. Yeah, that sucks. I was actually looking forward to it tonight, man. I'm going to blow off some steam with some people is what it was. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. We'll see. I doubt it, but you never fucking know, man. That being said, I'm going to go play some games for a little bit is what it is, and then get some stuff done that I have to do before the end of the day is what it is, and then from there I'll basically try to get some sleep is what it is then, because I got my thing coming up in the morning then for stuff and game, and I'll have to be doing that stuff, and then Lions with Cross events coming up there at I think it's 8 a.m. if I'm not mistaken on the one secondary account there, and then it's like I think 2 o'clock this afternoon or something like that, or 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's when the other one is. So I know like 5 hours apart, give or take. So oh wait, no, 13 would be 9 o'clock. Okay, so 9 a.m. So it's 9 a.m. was the first one. Then that would be 2 o'clock would be the other one then. So yeah, I don't know. One thing I will say before I leave though, the Glock 40. It has that crazy ass long slide. It's like 5 or 6 inches long there, whatever it is. That thing looks weird as fuck, dude. What I would personally want would be the Glock 18 with that little fun switch, or the Glock 18C with the extendo mag. There's what it is. That's the only thing that was cool about Terminator 3, honestly, was the end firefights and stuff. When you had John Connor just pull a Glock 18 out and was like randomly shooting at that TX thing. Because I was like, ooh, I want one of those. And then found out, obviously like years later that I couldn't actually own full auto. And I was like, aw, the fuck? So, a bunch of BS is what it is, dude. Obviously, your 17 and 19s are the standard bearer right now. I'm not sure what the other ones are chambered in, actually. 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 31, 34, 42, 40, 45. Yeah, I'm not sure what those ones are chambered in. I think maybe the 45 might be like 45 ACP, though. I know the Glock 18/18C is both 9mm, though. Just a full auto switch thing on the side of it is what it is there. Which, as long as you're doing that correctly and you're able to, like, you know, stand your, have like a good stance and stuff like that, you could easily prop off like that entire magazine without hurting anybody. Is what it is, though. But that's the problem with these people that want to do the stupid Glock switch shit. Is they're dumb and they're not just sitting there taking like a firm grip and holding on for dear life kind of stuff is what it is. They're sitting there like a dumbass with one fucking hand and just like spraying and praying. And then you wonder why you hit a bunch of innocent people is what it is there. So, you know, it is what it is. Not much more to say about it than that, honestly. I'm going to head out, though, because I actually am getting kind of tired now that I'm saying what I'm saying right now. So, yeah, I think my plan right now actually might just be taking early siesta then. And then from there, just, you know, get up in the, you know, some point later today is what it is there or whatever, and then just start working on some stuff again is what it is there, because I got most of the area done today. That's in front of the China cabinet here, which is good. And then tomorrow, my sister's plan is to basically come in and get the stuff out in the middle there so that people can get into the attic and check out the attic and whatnot. And my plan tomorrow is basically where I'm sitting currently is to sort of maybe shift my chair a little bit sideways and start going towards this other area here is what it is. It has my comics near is what it is there, and basically trying to figure out what I can do with that kind of stuff today and do a few things there as it'll be and get some of that stuff all boxed up and whatnot, and at least get down to, you know, get through, because there's about 3 layers of stuff there where the third layer is the comics themselves. So at least get like the first layer off anyway, and then anything else I'll work on the second layer this coming week, the rest of the week and / weekend is what it'll be. And then from there, it'll basically just be, hopefully next week, I'll be able to get my comics looked at and whatnot. And then I'm seriously considering just selling everything right now is what it is. Because, I don't know, there is, depending on where I go, you know, right? It's not like I'm not going to be able to take the shit with me, man, is what it is. You know, I'm going to be moving into a place that's probably much, much smaller than I live right now. Whether that be an apartment or a smaller house, whatever the case be. And, you know, I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not there. So, what I will say, though, is that, you know, things are taking an interesting turn right now. And I really just hope I hit the lottery here in about 45 minutes, honestly, because it won't be an issue then. I changed the numbers this time around to what I said I was going to. And it was basically, I originally was playing a set of numbers that was off of a fortune cookie for the last 6 or 7 times for Mega Millions there. Barely ever hit anything at all, dude. So I decided to change it around tonight. And I am basically playing a set of numbers that have to do with mom's date of birth and essentially date of death. So if I hit on this, you know, that's awesome. Maybe that's what it was meant to be. If I don't, it's whatever. I might, if nobody wins tonight, obviously at 1.1 million or $1.1 billion, I may just play again Friday with the same numbers and see if I hit then, if that'd be the case then. Or maybe I'll just play the fucking Powerball tomorrow with that set of numbers then, if that'd be the case. So, anyway. Then we got this one with this chick talking about the stuff. It said she was discussing paycheck to paycheck stuff. She said, is everyone else feeling very worried about the future for us as Canadians? Okay, this is from Canada. As Canadians, with the cost of living, it's paycheck to paycheck, even on a 2-person income, just feeling very helpless in the situation. How are single people surviving in this economy ever since the complete lockdown of COVID? I'm just getting by. It's astronomical. Yeah. Well, again, it's fucking liberal ass policies about piece of shit Trudeau is what it is there, man. In many cases. In other cases, it's fucking You know, it's the same thing here in America, though. It's fucking dipshit leftists in power. So then we got Elon Musk talking about his fortune cookie. Here's what it is, which was apparently take a vacation. You will have unexpected gains. You should have done the set of numbers on the back of that once we could play it then. So, anyway. Then we got this woman claiming to be allergic to dogs. Well, this guy had a service dog with him. So, or you can just shut up, lady, and move down the fucking Carson place. Huh. Got a Terran Tactical Canic here. That's cool. This was Honest Outlaw talking about this one. It's a pretty slick looking gun, man. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Canic mags actually fit into the Taurus, G2C and G3C, if I'm not mistaken. So if you would need something that would be like a 18, 19, 20 round or whatever it is there, you could always go with like an extended Canic mag then. So, in most cases. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, good Lord, man. We got to talk about this one just because it's going on in the shithole of California now. Good old Scott Pedophile Wiener. We got Gays Against Groomers saying, just wait until you hear about Senate Bill 107, a.k.a. the Trans Child Trafficking Law he authored. We got him talking about SB 107, how to legally kidnap children by Scott Wiener. Yep, exactly, dude. Let's see what Riley Gaines said 4 hours ago there. See, she said State Senator Scott Wiener made it possible for a 24-year-old man with AIDS to rape a 14-year-old boy and intentionally pass HIV and not end up on the sex offender registry, which was Senate Bill 145, or be charged with a felony for passing a deadly disease, which is Senate Bill 239. So then that same rapist can identify as a woman and be transferred to a woman's prison under Senate Bill 132. Yeah, why the fuck is this guy still out of prison, dude? Seriously? I'll tell you what, dude. If you look at Scott Wiener and you look at Casey Weinstein from here in Ohio, they look very similar. The only difference is that Wiener has glasses and Weinstein does not. But yeah, they have a very similar look to him, actually. With obviously Scott Wiener wearing the glasses and having a beard / mustache there, and Casey Weinstein does not have that stuff at all. So, go ahead and pull up a picture of Casey Weinstein. Here's what it is. So you got Wiener there, and then we got good old Weinstein right here is what it is. They got the same haircut for sure going on, man. It's fucking weird. That's a little creepy. Not even gonna lie. A little bit creepy, man, for real. Both gun controllers, by the way. Both sick-ass people. Both love abortion on demand to moment of birth and stuff like that. Yeah, just disgusting people in general, dude. Just really, really sick fuckers in general. So, anyway. Well, it looks like Honda's probably not doing a chat then, so I think I'm gonna give it a fucking call it a day then is what it is, and we'll figure out whatever is going on then is what it'll be. So like I said, probably take a nap for at least a couple hours anyway, and then maybe get up and do some stuff in the middle of the night or something like that. Who knows? I don't know. One thing I will say though is if you're not, actively talking with our friend Soulless Ginger Firearms or homesteading with Soulless Ginger, aka Corey, you might need to talk to that man. Send some love his way. If you got a few extra bucks in your pocket, send it his way, man, because that guy can really use some right now. I know I can use it too, obviously, but he can use it more than I can right now because he's got some stuff going on in his life right now. I'm not going to say it on camera, but yeah, he's definitely struggling. Definitely struggling. Even an at-home job right now would help that man quite a bit, honestly. So, If we can find him that'd be nice. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And I will see y'all in the next one. We will be back for Buckshot Thursday. Not sure what we're going to talk about yet, but we'll be discussing something or other, and then we'll go from there is what it is, and do what needs to be done, that's what it'll be. So, anyway. As of a few hours ago, you also got protesters occupying the chancellor's office at Vanderbilt College, trying to shame a black police officer. Fucking ridiculous, dude, is what it is. Bunch of dumbass liberal kids, man. Fucking idiots. I really fucking hate these people, man. What? I was just watching this thing I was talking about. There was a flower that people use for their hair called shampoo ginger plant. Honestly, like with the way some of the people are pulling it down because it says it secretes a clear liquid. But honestly, dude, I'm not even gonna lie. It looks like this chick is like jerking a dick off and it's like pre-cum coming out of it. Actually, that one just like straight cum. It's fucking nasty, bro. I'll put it on the X page if you all want to see it there, man. I'm not gonna show it on camera here because it's that gross, actually. So, yeah, it definitely looks fucked up, man, for real. But anyways, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Hope you all enjoyed this. I will be back, like I said, Thursday for some buckshot. And then Friday, obviously for Freedom Friday, most likely. I'm going to try to get to some things here is what it'll be. So, but yeah, my plan for like I said, for the rest of America is or wait, did I say the rest of America? My plan for the rest of the week is to just simply do some stuff as it'll be around the house here, and hopefully get most of the house cleaned up as it'll be then for the coming days. I had the realtor come today, or not realtor. I had we had the woman come out today that was the appraiser lady, and dude, this woman was really being a fucking cunt, honestly. Trying to claim that the way that our house is set up and stuff like that, with our back 2 bedrooms, that it's only like really 1 bedroom, and then supposedly like what used to be the dining room was like a quote unquote a 2nd bedroom and stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, because somebody's really gonna go from the kitchen to this little living room area and then walk right out there into a fucking bedroom. Mm-hmm. I'm so sure, lady. No, they're gonna walk into the fucking back area where there's a shitter right there and back into one of those bedrooms. Either go to bed in the one side or go to bed in the other side, is what it'll be. So, and like I was telling my cousin before we left tonight, I was like, yeah, man, you could put a bunch of doors on a bunch of this stuff around here. We got a 4 or 5 bedroom teeny mansion is what it is then. So, including one in the basement there and one in the attic too, for that matter, or something. Like, it's just fucking dumb. It was like really stupid the way she was saying it, man. So, anyway, I don't know anymore. It's fucking nonsensical bullshit is what it is. And like I said, I'm just personally fucking sick of it all, man. So, but, you know, fingers crossed, in about 35 minutes, I can just hit this lottery for $1 billion fucking dollars and then take that lump sum of like 500 something million is what it is and go from there, basically. And not have to worry about it after the fact, though. I mean, just my luck, I'm obviously not going to win, but also my luck, like somebody else will win tonight, is what it'll be. Probably some fucking cheater sons of bitches from California or something like that would be my guess whenever that does hit. So, but yeah, it'd be nice to be able to win, man. It'd be really nice to be able to win on Mom's numbers, too, for that matter. Just because I think it would be something where she would be, you know, looking down the heavens for me on that one and being like, hey, you know, like you did what you need to do to get ahead. There's what it is, though. So even though I hit like 506 for that matter, dude, I'm still like, you know, $1 million, or I think my cousin actually got the multiplier tonight, so it'd be like $2 million or something like that if that'd be the case. So even after taxes on that one, it'd still be enough to like cover the house payment anyway. Buy the place outright, buy the property outright, just live here then. Have a couple $100K left after that, if that be the case, to do some stuff with and, live on, whatever the case be then. So I could make that stretch probably, most likely. Just live very, very frugal as it would be then. Obviously get my license, get a small van or something, and then basically go from there as it would be. Start driving myself around to go get some stuff is what it is there, whatever. So different grocery runs and what have you. But either way, only time will tell here. Just popped out a really bad anger on my side of my nose there. I was actually watching something earlier tonight on Delta Team Tactical's page there, where they were talking about some kind of side charging AR they got on the thing right now. I feel like if I was going to go that route, I would only go that side or whatever the case be if it was like 350 Legend or something like that, and I wanted to be distinct to the difference between that and my regular 5.56 or whatever the case be. But yeah, I'm not really a fan of that kind of deals with this, man. So if I'm going to go ARs, I'm definitely going to go more of a traditional route where it's got a bolt carrier group and a actual charging handle on the back there you can pull down or pull up or pull back, whatever you want to say there, and let go fly. Because, yeah, right now it is what it is, but anywho. Needless to say, though, I'm pretty much over it, man, so. It's funny that Honda says he's got family stuff going on there, but yeah, he's still on the fucking thing. Like, I'm seeing his thing is green. It's like, what are you really doing there, buddy? I feel like you're just fucking around now is what it is. But anyway. I don't know, man. It is what it is, man. I was really hoping to chat with him and the boys tonight, though, but seems like that's not going to happen, which kind of sucks. So it is what it is, but again, like, you'll have that. You'll have that. Plus, being the other chat the other day was kind of short and stuff, it would have been nice to have a little bit longer one tonight, but unfortunately that was not the case. So again, it is what it is. So anyway, my plan right now is, like I said, I'm going to go do a couple of things and gaming wise, and then I'll work on some shit as it'll be then, and probably go to sleep for a while then, because I really didn't get good sleep last night at all. Because I kind of nodded off here a little bit for a little while, and then this morning when I got up, it was like not by choice, because everybody's making fucking noise and shit and waking me up out of nowhere. So yeah. But anyway. One guy that works for Alex Jones was talking about what if instead of taxing you, government gave you $1,400 cash per month every month? What if it paid your rent $9,000 a month and bought you groceries, paid for your maid and laundry service? What if it paid you for your air travel, offered free babysitters, etc.? Then we got freebies for illegals, a comprehensive list. It says general welfare. Where are we at now? General welfare cost for illegal aliens in this country right now. You got free hotel rooms, at least $150 a night and up. 3 meals a day at $64 per person per day, or per diem. Free on-site medical and dental services, including condoms. Jesus. Special diet for Ramadan. Free same-day dry cleaning with free pickup and delivery. Free housekeeping twice a week. Free cell phones /chargers /charging ports. Free tablets and iPads. Free clothing, new and used. Everyone got new free winter coat, gloves, and shoes. Says free towelettes, toothpaste, deodorant, special ethnic shampoos, skin cream, aspirin, toothbrushes, feminine hygiene products, etc. For children, it was free diapers, wipes, diaper pails, cribs, bassinets, playpens, baby bottles, baby formula, free car seats, free new mother bags, playroom for young illegals with free toys and books, which must be replaced often because of destruction. Jesus fucking Christ, dude. Like I said, April 8th, something's going to pop off. I don't know what yet. I don't know exactly what's going to happen. I can make some assumptions. But even I think I'm going to be wrong. I think there's going to be way worse than I think it will be, dude. So, yeah. Needless to say, it's going to be a bad deal. It's going to be a bad deal across the spectrum right now. So, I believe that we are heading to some rough times ahead. And I think you're going to see a lot of people not know what their end game is until shit starts popping off. And then when that happens, that's when you'll actually see people realizing what they're capable of, whether that be if they do go full cannibal or if they're willing to just, not go down that road is what it is. And I think there's going to be two lines of thought on that one. Maybe even a third for that matter, where it's people that are go unintentional cannibals is what it is there. So, either way, I think you're going to see a lot of crazy shit happening right now. So, anyway, that's pretty much where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I'll be back, like I said, for Buckshot Thursday. And then obviously Freedom Friday. Other than that, that's where we're at for the day. And always be carrying one in the chamber because you never know if today's going to be the last day or not. I am now actively going to start carrying 2 guns with me every time I leave the house is what it is. Because you never know, man. You might do that New York reload is what it is there. So, anywho. But, yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. And I think most people will be very much better off the longer we go down this road right now if they are armed. And unfortunately, the ones who are unarmed are just going to be a bunch of victims. They're just going to be a bunch of victims. And unfortunately, those same people are going to be the ones who want to take from you what they can't get themselves. And it will be you only being able to keep that stuff because you are armed to the teeth. And yeah, you're going to have to start making, if things go as bad as I think they will, you're going to have to start making some very, very bad decisions in this country. And personally right now, it's not something that I want to get into real detail about just because of the fact you never know, man. I already got one Fed knock on another fucking Fed knock over some random bullshit. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, though, that's it for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this. See y'all in the next one. Have a good one, y'all. Stay safe, stay vigilant, always be carrying, and be ready for anything and everything come April 8th because I think they're going to throw everything at the wall and see what sticks. Later.